Hey, hey. All right. Hey, hey. All right. All right. For everyone who's here, thanks for coming. And what I'm working on is the raffle drawing for this month. Tristram's raffle drawing. Dig that. So this is what I'll be working on while the broadcast is on. And if anyone has any questions, requests, or just wants to chime in, use the Q&A app. It's in the upper right. It's like a 3x3 grid, and it should give you the ability to check that out, to be able to do that. There we go. Hey, Jim. Good morning to you too. I hope things are treating you well on the East Coast. Things were warmer this weekend, and they're gonna get cold again. So boo to that, but we'll take what we can get. It is still the middle of February, so to be expected. Wonder if everyone's been getting ready for Shimmer. That's coming up this spring. Should be a good time. I know there's going to be another Shimmer show. I want to say it was Dallas WrestleMania weekend, where they have another title, which I haven't heard what that's going to be yet. I mean, it's going to be like a lightweight title, U.S. title. I don't know, but I bet it'll be cool. So this picture I'm drawing on, I don't know her name, but Tristram won the raffle this month, and he had an image of a gal he wanted me to use, and he wants her to be smiling and to wear a pink bikini with black boots. So if we get that far, I'll start adding color and all that, and that'd be cool, I think. Thank you, Jim. So Shimmer is the Heart of Shimmer title? That's a thing, huh? All right, cool. I can dig that. Which is good too, because there's a lot of gals in Shimmer who deserve a shot at a title, and if they're not booked in the main event, then there's basically a logjam there, and this would help clear that up a little bit, I think. Nothing wrong with that. So I wish I had a little more story about this gal, but she's smiling and happy, so we'll take that for what it's worth. She's got to be a face. She's smiling. But it's not a sinister smile. All right, here we go. Hey, we got some questions here. So, MGC. So she will be in Rival Angel Comics. I don't think so. Only because I don't know this girl's name. I don't know anything about her. I'm guessing she's maybe a face, baby face even, but not really for sure what her deal is. I don't know her finish or anything, but maybe you guys can help out. What do you? This is the gal. What's her finishing move? You guys, I'll come up with that. That'd be cool. Let's see. Whoa. June Shimmer goes to 5 shows in a weekend. Oh, that's right. That's 1 Friday show, 2 Saturday, 2 Sunday. That'll be a lot of good wrestling. I'm almost positive I'm coming down Friday for that because, I should just be able to make it in time for all that, so that'll be cool. And see all my good friends. We're going to Shimmer. Be good stuff. Definitely looking forward to that. Thomas, you are not too late. Let's see. I missed opening of the broadcast, so you may have already answered this, but do you do a pencil sketch first or do you start pure digital? This piece is going to be all digital, and that just from beginning to end. I happen to like working digitally for the blue lines, for the pencils, and then a lot of times I'll print that out and then finish it off that way. The point about doing blue lines digitally is that if I screw something up, it's not a big deal. I can just undo, and that's always nice to be able to do that. And same thing with the pencils, I can kind of just adjust them as I go. So then it makes it a lot nicer when I print that out and then, pencil / ink over that. And usually that's for when I do commissions and stuff. So then I have a physical copy to give to someone. But since this is a raffle drawing, this one I can just do with just all digital, and which is fine, I think. Especially as far as this will get colored too. With when I do digital blue line and pencils and then come around and do traditional, finish it off traditionally, I still have to scan it back in, and that's fine. It's just it's another step, whereas here I just obviously go right to flatting and coloring, special effects. I'll probably put a background in here too where she's in the ring, because Tristan specifically stated that she is, in fact, a wrestler getting ready for her match. So we want her to be ready in the ring. So yeah. Though I suppose if getting back to the raffle, if someone really wanted traditional, I would say that's cool, but then it just might be a little time to send that out, unless of course I'm gonna see them at a show or something that I'm more than happy to hand deliver. So any predictions for tonight? I know we got Kalisto and Alberto Del Rio, 2 out of 3 falls. That's it's not a pre-show, I think. So I don't know. I mean, take that for what it's worth. The League of Nations seemed pretty hot there for a minute, and now No, not so much. There's a rumor Wade's leaving, and management seems to have cooled on Rusev since the whole getting engaged thing came up. So it's, and then Sheamus just got back, which I guess is good, but he wasn't a whole lot of fanfare there with him coming back. At least I didn't seem to think so. So who knows? Maybe League of Nations is already run its course. Though I do like the idea of a super super heel group. That's always kind of cool to see. Thomas, what program do you use? Well, right now I'm using Photoshop, and to be honest, I wouldn't mind using Manga Studio right now. But for some reason, the Google Hangout won't pick up Manga Studio. How weird is that? So it's more than a little annoying, but right now I'm using Cintiq. That is actually my works, but they're fine with me using it on the weekend, and they just said make sure to bring it back. So that seemed more than fair. This is what is this? This is Photoshop 6, I think. Let me check. Yeah, CS6. Though I was using 4 for the longest time, and that seemed to work out fine. I know there's a newer version of Photoshop, but I'm not really using that right now. And I'm using a pencil brush, and I think what else? A lot of times too, I will, when I'm done with the pencils, I'll use the oil paint filter, and that kind of adds a little more smoothness to lines, which I like, and I hope you guys like too. Looks like we got a bunch of questions coming in here. Cool. 2 Divas matches tonight, the tag match and the title. Yes, indeed. Brie versus Charlotte for the title. I can't think of a world where Brie wins, but you know what? I've been wrong trying to call it these past few weeks, especially with Raw. I've just been completely wrong. So what do I know? And I do know Trish, she won the title and then immediately retired. So, I mean, there is something to be said for that. And Team Bad versus Becky and Sasha, I think it'll just be showing how great Becky and Sasha are, which is great, which is fine. But I have a feeling Sasha will turn on Becky again. And I say again because she did that already in NXT. And I suppose it'll be the WrestleMania match. And that's cool. It's just, I don't know, it's getting to be where, since Becky is the true blue babyface, she's also the resident jobber for the big heels. Come on. But, yeah, so that's what we got to look forward to tonight. Let's see, more questions. The prediction is pain for watching. Yeah, bigger B84. Yes, too true. Let's see. Great chance to put. This is bigger B84. Great chance to put Charlotte over with Brie. Bring Daniel Bryan out for Brie. Expectations rise. She'll win. And have Charlotte cheat her way to win. Yeah. I think keeping Bryan around is definitely a good idea. There's a lot of goodwill there. It's just, and I know it's just a storyline, but I never liked how the Authority treated that. Daniel Bryan just ugh. The whole thing with Sean and everything was just. It's just like how Stephanie beat Brie at SummerSlam a couple of years ago, and Brie has never got her heat back from them. That was just blah. It's like the bad guy CEO. She won, and that was it. There was no comeuppance or anything. So she had a cool new outfit out of it and everything, but it was disappointing, at least for me. I mean, who did that? Let's see. Thomas, I predict Del Rio because rubber match, Brie because D-Bry, Becky, Sasha, but then a split and our heel turn from one of them, KO to retain. Wyatt's over to Titans. Yeah, that's just, yeah. Oh, man, my question went away. Or the question went away. Boo. Bring it back. Oh, well. Shoot. Well, I agree with all of that was there. And what do we had? We had Ziggler and Owens. Ever since Ziggler said that he's ever since Ziggler said he's not re-upping, he's been kind of, I don't want to say he's been jobbing because he's actually won the last couple of weeks, but I think he's only won the last couple of weeks to make like a credible threat that, oh my goodness, he could beat Owens this Sunday, or today, but I don't think so. And then we have Roman, Ambrose, and Rock. I think no way does Roman not win to fight Triple H. And then I guess Dean and Brock at WrestleMania. I mean, that's not bad. So, oh, hey, came back. Oh yeah, Styles, because Jericho exists to get guys over now. That is very true. But I think he's okay with that. And I've always read that mid-Carter or, main event jobber is a honorable role. So who am I to say otherwise? I see you picking Ambrose to win. Let you dream. Yeah, that'd be cool. Him against Triple H, that would be dynamite. But I don't think it's going to happen. But it'd be great if it did. Jim, what's this year's show schedule for you? That is a great question. Let's see. This year's show schedule it's like 3 weeks. March, what is that? 11th through the 13th, I'll be doing Anime Milwaukee. I've done that show a few times. Always a great show, and it gets bigger every year. So definitely looking forward to that. The show after that will be Anime Central. Yes, there's a theme here, the anime shows. And that's going to be in May. The third week, I think. I won't be a guest of that show, but it'll still be a good time. And I'll be hanging out with Trevor Mueller. Always a good time. The Anime Milwaukee, I'll be a guest of the show. Be doing panels, how to make comics, how to make web comics, how to get it up on the web. Maybe even a Rival Angels Q&A. That'd be cool. And I'll be with Trevor Mueller and Russell Lissow. Trevor's big thing right now is Albert the Alien, and Russell's done a bunch of stuff, but he's also written for Batman, which is obviously super cool. Nothing wrong with that. As far as any other shows, though, it's a little up in the air. I know for sure I won't be doing Anime Boston, which is a shame because I love that show. And Boston's a cool town. Still on the fence about Otakon. It's just a matter of whether or not they bring me. Or so with Otakon, they have like a jury lottery system almost. In some years I make it in, and some years I don't. There's doesn't seem to be any rhyme or reason for that. I'm sure there is. I just don't know what it is. But it's been turning out where I go every other year, and I went last year, so I'm kind of thinking it won't be again this year, but we'll see. Obviously, it'd be great to be able to go because I love Baltimore and seeing my friends there. What a good time. Hey, Sophie. What program are you using? Well, Sophie, I'm using Photoshop. Though normally I use, for this part of it, I use Manga Studio, but for some silly reason, Google Hangout won't pick up in the screensaver or the screen share. It won't pick up Manga Studio, so that's lame, but that's okay. We're gonna make do without. And to be honest, I do say all the pencils in Photoshop anyways, and the blue line too. So it's not too much of a stretch here to have to do that. And this piece is for my patron Tristam. He won the Rival Angels raffle for the month, so he gets to pick a colored commission, and he has a picture of, I don't know if it's his OC or not, but he picked a wrestler girl, and that's what I'm doing right now. So yeah, thanks for the question. Let's see, Thomas, now that she's been kicked in the head and lost her smile, what do you think the odds of Rousey showing up at WrestleMania for an actual match this year? I think the odds are not good. They're not in her favor because she's still under contract. And I think there's a big part of me that thinks that there was something up with her loss. Like she just didn't want to carry the belt anymore. And that was seemingly the best way to do it. Anyway, the point is she is under contract. And Dana White and Vince McMahon used to have a pretty decent relationship, but it doesn't seem like it's so great these days. So I don't think she'll be doing a match. I don't think even like a tag match or special enforcer referee is even in the cards, just because Dana won't allow it, which is kind of a shame. It'd be cool to see Ronda do that. And I think she'll be fighting Holly Holm. Well, technically, whoever wins between Holly and Misha Tate, but well, we know that Misha's not going to win. She's a perennial mid-carder, and like I said before, nothing wrong with that. But she's not winning the belt, and plus the money would be in a rematch between Ronda and Holly. So, but that's not to say that Ronda won't get there. I think she will, and she'll bring her 4 horsewomen buddies along with her to wrestle with her. There's a really cute clip of them wrestling in a ring that's online. That's very cool, very amusing. So for the other artists in the room, do you guys do any digital work too, either as part of the process or all of it, or you just strictly traditional? I have to say my production went a lot faster once I went digital. but it didn't necessarily mean that I was drawing more. It just meant I could take my time more on stuff, which obviously is good because you want it to be the best it can be. So I've decided to kind of go that route. Just use the extra time I have to make a better looking image or page or in the coloring or even in the writing. I've found that if I write or blue line the entire chapter ahead of time, which is between 20 and 30 pages, things go a lot faster for me when I get back to penciling. For some reason, blue lining is like the hardest thing, and there's no way around that. So let's see. Thomas, I still can't start digital. I have to at least do pencils with an actual pencil or it comes out looking wonky. You know what? I hear you there. Before I had a Cintiq, there was no way I could do digital, at least out of the gate. Then after a while, it was I can do digital, but just like super rough blue lines, and then I would print that out, and then I would thumbnail it, and then I would go on to the rest. Color her boots here. Oh yeah. It's gonna be a pink outfit with black boots. Oh, bullshit. What resolution do you work at? I am working at 300, I think. Let's see. Yeah, I don't know if that's showing up for you guys, but it's 8.5 by 11 by 300 though. Obviously I can make that whatever I want, but that seemed to be a decent size. So let's see. Sylphie, I only color digitally. I'm all about the pencil, Crocodile inks. Oh my goodness, you rock. Crocodile inks. Yeah. I have more control that way, and I need a lot of control. That's the answer to your question. That's hardcore. The way you ink. That's probably, you know what? That doesn't surprise me because I really love your inks. They always keep the same energy. They keep. They're always just so lively. I do inks and it just kills everything. No kind of energy or anything. And doing digital has helped, but there's also been some trial and error because Photoshop's there's a lot of fidelity in the out of the box pen strokes, so it'll pick up every single little that's not cool. I want my lines to be nice and smooth, like it would be if I was drawing it on paper. So that doesn't happen all the time either, as much as I'd like. MGC, what's up, buddy? Ever thought Rival Angels YouTube will be having Rival Angels match and storyline using cause created wrestlers and WWE 2K16? I don't have 2K16, but I've been my buddy's got it. It looks awesome, and he's made a couple of characters already from Rival Angels, so I know it can be done, and it would be cool. But I think right now I just don't have the time to do it. But I've seen other people do it, and it looks awesome. It looks fun, and they go crazy with like the storylines, just crushing it as far as all the stuff that they can put in there. They had, say, their own announcers. They have their own wrestlers, their own matches. So yeah, that would be pretty cool. But until I can get a little more time together, it's probably not going to happen. All right. Jim, any news on the next Kickstarter? I'm so glad you asked that. Yes. It looks like the next Kickstarter is going to launch Monday, March 7th. And it's going to go a lot like last time, I think, with the different tiers that you can get. Those seem to be pretty popular with people. So we'll go that route. If you have all of the books already, they'll you'll still be able to order just a new book. If you don't have any of the books, you'll be able to get them all, or even a little bit in between. And that's gonna be cool, I think. See all that. What else? I think the goal is going to be about the same. It's going to be the goal is going to be more like 2,300, I think, because the shipping went up. Shipping is crap, but it went up, say, 15. Sorry, I'm trying to edit my background layer because I'm trying to go to color next. I don't know why it's being a pain in the butt. Let's see if I can just do this. There we go. On our way to coloring. So Kickstarter, yeah. Monday, March 7th. It's looking like it'll be like 20. Last time it was $2,000. This time it'll be probably like 23 just to cover the higher shipping, and some of the same rewards though, or the stretch goals will keep. Those are good, including the wallpaper, the bookmarks, and of course the wrestling encyclopedia. I know that was a big hit, and I was so glad that went as well as it did. So I am getting ready to do some flatting here. Technically, I'm cheating. This is not the best way, but I did it. So let's see how this looks here. Get in there. All right. All right. And Sylphie, I forgot I was going to draw Sabrina for you. I didn't forget, but it would have been way uncool of me to be like, "Where's that picture you should be doing?" But your art is amazing, and seriously, everybody, Sylphie stuff is fantastic. You got to check, and she's been crushing it lately. If you ever get a chance to check out her stuff, she's just doing a ton of stuff. I know she's been getting backed up on the coloring, but that's okay. The output is there, the quality is there, it's looking awesome, and if you do a Sabrina picture, I would love to share it with everybody if that's okay with you. That would be dynamite. Let's see, I need to open up that picture. Where is she? Is this it? There she is. I don't know if you guys can see that. This is the reference I'm supposed to use. And let's pull some color out there. Let's see how do we like that. Oh, it's a little too dark, so let's lighten this up a little bit. I'm gonna put a little more yellow in, I think. There we go. And I'm going to turn off all the anti-aliasing on this for the flatting part. All right. Let's see, Thomas. You keep talking up, Sylphie. Did I spell that right? You did spell that right. You have a link to any of her stuff. I just know that I find her on DeviantArt and Facebook. Sylphie, if you have a link that you feel like sharing, hit me up and I'll share it with everybody because that would be cool. And Thomas, is any of your RE stuff available digitally, such as Comicology? Have you thought about going that route, or is it just the main site? Right now, it's just the main site. I can do it. It's just been, I know it's going to sound lame, but it's trying to find the time to do that kind of thing, to get it together and basically set up PDFs to their specs. That's really the thing that I'm waiting on right now. Is if it's just sending them a PDF, it'd be no problem. But it's not. So then I have to spend a little extra time. And with doing the Kickstarter coming up, I want to do that first. But I guess that would be a good time to do that. I know people kind of dug the Rival Angel PDFs last time, so I know that's some people are interested in, and it makes sense. People more and more are doing stuff, consuming their media digitally. That's cool. So it will definitely be something going forward. Though I think you can get some things off Amazon. I think the latest book is digital. It can be bought as an ebook, I believe. Let's see. Well, that's about it, I think. There. All right. Oh, her. All right. Sophie, yeah, after Storm and my 90s X-Men jam, I will draw Sabrina. And in 15 years, I'll color it. Oh, preach. I know how that is. But get a good head of steam, and it's cool because you're just on a roll. All right. Oops. I'm going to change to pencil tool. Definitely like using the, I guess, aliased stuff. If you zoom in, you can see like it's very jaggy. It's not smooth at all, but that's okay because this part, we don't want it to be super smooth. We want it to be jaggy, so then it's easier to pick up when I want to do coloring. And if I need to change anything, let's try to find her lips here. Let's see. We can go later, I think, on that. Lips are red, yeah. All right. All right, so Sylvie says, just Google Sylphie the Blue for my D8. It's older stuff because I haven't finished anything recently. I should make my Facebook public someday. So let's see. Losing it here. There you go. Check it out. You'll be happy that you did. Let's see. Thomas, for the next Kickstarter, would also suggest a CBR option as well as PDF. CBRs are a much more convenient option for digital comics that I have totally obtained legally. Why would you bring that up? Yeah, I agree. And you know what? It's actually not that hard to make. This is just really just a bunch of JPEGs with the extension changed, I believe. All right, guys. She needs a pink bikini. What do you guys think? You think Barbie pink or more red pink, or should we go light pink? We got like 1, 2, or 3. All right. MGC, by the way, have you decided who wins between Brooke versus Nevaeh or Brooke versus Sarasette? I have, but you're going to have to wait because it's a surprise. It's going to be good, though. And that person that Brooke ends up fighting, it will last, I think the feud, if you will last the whole chapter. They're not gonna, it's not just gonna be a one and done. Though not necessarily confined solely to the ring. So they're gonna have some extracurricular activity that brings them outside the ring as well, where they have to see each other and compete. What do you think of that? All right. Now, I know I asked you guys which pink, and I'm waiting to get a couple answers before I choose, but I'm going to flat Scal's bikini first, green, and then once we decide which pink we want to do, it'll be easy enough to change. What do you guys think? 1, 2, or 3? Feel free to send that in. We'll take whichever is the most popular. Like the magic lasso tool that I'm using here, and normally it'll do just these straight lines, but if you hold the option key, it lets you do all kinds of circles and curves, and I know there's a much better word for it, but I can't think of it, so that's what I'm saying about it. It's good stuff. So I really give it up to the peeps that can color with their Copic markers and stuff. Those look amazing. But or when you use the watercolor pens, those are great too. I messed with those for a little bit. They were fun, but a little bit of a learning curve. If I could do those at comic shows, that would be super awesome, because I know a couple peeps who do that, and they seem to have a lot of fun with it. All right, we're almost done with adding what will soon be the pink. So we're going to see which color pink you guys chose. All right, what do we got here? We've got 1, we got 2, we got 3. Damn it. We have a 3-way tie. Oh my goodness. All right, we need some more votes done. Oh, there we go. We have a second one for 3. So looks like we're going 3 peeps. Thank you for voting. There we go. Look at that. Oh, I do wanted to see how that would look. Okay, so 3 it is. I need to start with some of this extra stuff here. Oh, we can use stuff these up. Boom. So I don't know if it shows this, but I'll be making another layer now. This will be basically a copy of what's here. Now I can start adding in all kinds of fun stuff. So you know what? Let me show you the oil paint filter. I like this a lot. So I'll go a little overboard. So it's way too strong. Bring this down a little bit. There we go. Maybe a little bit more. Yes, it does do that, but it's all right. Knock some of that gray tone down. Gives me a chance to darken a few other things up. And voila. So this is the, well, that's not good before. Here's a good before. Before, after. Before, after. I'm sure there's a pen or pencil brush that makes I don't have to go through that anyways, but I don't know what it is. So MGC. Will Akira show up in the future pages of Rival Angels? That is a good question. I mean, honestly, she's always on my mind whenever I think of Sun, since that's her big instructor, her big mentor, besides Tommy Maxwell. So, I mean, I'd like to bring it up. There's a lot of opportunities to bring her back. It's just whether or not I have the time to do it, because I'm looking to wrap up Rival Angels in a bit of a timely fashion. It's still probably a good year away, so definitely want to, but I can't see for sure that she is or isn't. For that matter, I don't know if any of the teachers will be coming back at all, but it would be awesome if I could, because there's a lot of good story stuff that can be told there. All right, for here, a little darker. There's a lot of different ways to color. Normally, this is my way of coloring because it's usually the most time economic, but I really love the ability to do smudging and blending. Those are some really fun and awesome techniques. Like, a second, I think I can show you here. You might go a little darker here, like so, and then if you take the smudge tool and kind of work that in a little bit more, so that's nice and tapered. The only thing is that it just takes forever to color. I think even if all I did was Rival Angels, it would, there's no way I could still do all the stuff I'd want to do, just because it'd just be too long. No way to get it all in. But it is the dream, certainly that's the goal with the Patreon site, which, actually we hit our big milestone there, which is why we're even having this fun little get together, this hangout, if you will. But and I'm happy to say we're getting closer to hitting some of the other goals, and that's cool. That's fun. So this is a quick little highlight I'm going to add. Any more questions? And let's see, Jim. No, I don't know what you're saying. No, oh well, I'll just keep buying commissions. Hey, I appreciate that. And so does Tracy, by the way. She always appreciates the work. Let's see. MGC, wrapping up Rival Angels. What is next? Plan the new story since Camille Cote came to Rival Angels. Yeah, she's gonna make her mark, Miss Cote, and no, we won't be leaving her hanging. She's got some stuff to. She's got some people in her sights. She's got she's got some goals and aspirations that she got to figure in. So yeah, she's definitely going to be a big part of Rival Angels going forward. And obviously, Brenda and the Cat Girls, they're going to be factoring a little bit more into things. And I'm trying to make sure that I give the Upstart Girls, and for those that might not remember, that would be Sun, Sabrina, Brooke, and Kristen. They're gonna be getting most of the time from here on in, and because of that, there won't be a ton of time for anyone else. And I know that's kind of a shame for some of the people, and I get that. There's when I saw Want to Be the Famous, I was like, it'd be great to see some of these other characters get some time, but they didn't. We don't. We just kind of work with what we got. But it should be a fun year as we get closer. Thomas, in that hypothetical Rival Angels movie, who would you cast as the 4 upstarts? That's always a fun question. It's and it changes too, because actresses that might have been more relevant a couple years ago, they've changed. They're what they got going on. So, because like for the longest time, Sabrina was based off of Sarah Michelle Gellar, just because I really liked Buffy, and I don't know, I just thought it was a good fit there. Then eventually it kind of morphed into Candace Swanepoel, who is a Victoria's Secret model. So not exactly the best as far as an actress, but what's her name? Yvonne Straskowski, I think. She was the main gal in Chuck. I think she'd be a great Sabrina. I'm trying to think who else. I don't know. There's actually quite a few that could, I think, pull it off. Do you guys have any favorites that you'd have to be in a Rival Angels movie? Any favorite actresses that could be the upstarts? I'm trying to think with Sun, or Brooke or Kristen. There was a joke that Kate Upton could be Brooke. I can't say it's a bad casting decision, but another lady who could do Sabrina would be Diana Agron. She was on Glee, I believe. So I think she could do a good job. I'm just trying to think of everyone else. And to be honest, my pop culture is horrible. Really, really bad. There's so many times that I'm just like, I hear, to give you an idea, on S.H.I.E.L.D., I think it's been a couple months now, but I'm trying to think. There was a couple of characters, they were talking, and one of them said, I know what you're thinking. Why did I swipe right instead of swiping left? And I turned to Tracy and I was like, what the heck does that mean? Yeah, I didn't know what Tinder was. So that just goes to show you my pop culture, not so good. But I'm trying to get a little better. But again, it comes back to a time thing where it's like, where do I find the time to kind of keep up with this? And it's just stuff that happens in the world, but a lot of times I'm in my own little world just working on you know, fun stuff like this. Thomas, I can't unsee Sarah Michelle Gellar as Sabrina right now. You know, 10 years ago, I think that was legit. It would have been just a fine casting, but you know, time marches on, so time to maybe find someone else in that. Oh, well, for Kristen, I think Gamora, or that Zoe Saldana, I think is her name. She'd be cool. But of course, I wouldn't say no to any sort of unknowns either that can pull it off. I mean, Marvel does that a lot. Oh, and by the way, I'm not painting this gal green. This is just my quick mask, which means everything you see in green is going to be a selection. Well, so you can see the marching ants, as they're called. And yeah, I actually do usually pick a lot of this up before I actually hit it all. I'm notorious for, if I have a page, I might do all of Sabrina's hair on that page. Probably isn't the right way to do it because different lighting angles and whatnot, but again, it's just a way to try and speed things up. Sierra Renee Hawker from Legends of Tomorrow is Kristen. Hey, yeah, she'd be cool. I like her. I'd be quite okay with that. You know, and that's the thing. I'm probably missing something. You know, there's probably a better example than what I can think of, just because I don't know what's all out there. But you know, that would be cool. I got a buddy who is going to be doing a Kickstarter soon, and he has like a female wrestling project too. But what he's going to try and do is it's a lot of comic art-esque, but he's gonna partner with a female wrestling company to try and do live action stuff. So I've thought about that too, and he's nice enough to potentially invite me into that. And if it gets closer to actually happening, I'll be able to share that with everyone. But and that's something too I've been kind of thinking that might be something fun and neat, maybe even for a Kickstarter. But I gotta definitely get into gear on that if I'm gonna try and make that happen. See, Sophie, I sent you a link on Facebook, something that could help for speed on flats. Cool. I wonder if it's that plugin, which I do like that plugin. It's like, oh, what is it called? I can't remember, but it's a Photoshop one, I think, and I used to use it all the time. But then I think now they charge for it or something, but I'll look. I might be just talking out of my ass right now, but no idea what I'm saying. Cool. Got some more questions here. We got Jim, trying to remember her name, but the Asian girl from Scott Pilgrim versus the World of Sun. Funny note here. I didn't actually see Scott Pilgrim. I know I should, but I haven't yet. It's something I do plan on fixing, but we'll see. MGC's got some casting choices here. Very cool. Chloe Desaad, Scarlett Johansson, Brooke Lennox, Dana Brooke. I don't know if Brenda Ruro will star on her own. How do we not? I don't know about Scarlett Johansson for Chloe. She's a little, Chloe's a little more lean. She's a little more, I think sinewy, I think is probably the right way to put it. I'm trying to think if there's anyone off the top of my head I could think of for Chloe. I don't know, someone who can play Raging Psychopath, I think. That would need to. Definitely, like Glenn Close back in the day, she could do a good job. So whoever the new Glenn Close is, that's who could be Chloe Desaad. All right, I think I've hit just about everything I want to here, at least for the shadows. So let's pick a darker color for her. Let's see how it looks. What? Oh. Let's try that again. All right. I think we need to go a little darker. Let's hide that. Just need to go a little darker. And I don't have any special way of picking how dark you go. On occasion, I will just go like 40% black and be done with it, but something's sort of lost when that happens. So she's looking all right here, I think. Kelly Hewitt's son from Thomas, that'd be all right. I like Kelly Hewitt. Seen on Arrow, I think, last. I see selfie. Yeah, B-Pill. That's right. Still free on a certain site. They might essentially before because we both use it. There's a paid version, but it's the pro. Yeah. Have they updated that? Like, is it still the same old? Is it still the same plugin from a couple of years ago, or did they actually add anything? Like, is it any crisper or whatever? I don't know if that's the right way to put it. Just curious if there's something more to it. So normally I would wrap this up around now, but I want to do one more thing here as I show this coloring. What I've been doing is taking some of the lines inside and kind of making them a little less. Oh, I don't need that. Then knocking out some of the opacity, I guess you'd call it. And it's never any of the outside lines. Just the inside lines. And only select ones too, nothing that defines anything. And with this too, I can be as messy as I want to be because these are just a selection. And this too, of course, adds more time, but I've liked the effect that it's been giving me. And I definitely want to show you guys what that is. Let's see, Thomas, you did more in 1 hour and did better than I could have done. Well, thank you. You know, a lot of that's just practice, more practice. That's really it. I mean, I used to hate hearing that, but it's what it is. And to that end, I actually started waking up a little extra early, and there's a couple of fun sketch sites, you know, and they'll do time stuff for you. So like every 30 seconds, it gives you a new something to draw. And that means you can't be super specific. You have to just draw basically the gesture of the thing and move on to the next. And just stuff like that is helpful. B-Pill, the free is still the same. Oh, okay. Cool. I'll definitely have to give it another whirl. All right, so here we go. With, as you can see, everything in green is selected, and it's most of the inside lines. What I'm going to do is layer mask, hide selection. All right, so everything's gone. But if you go into properties, you can make, I usually knock it down by 50%. So as you see, it still looks kind of funny, but now you put the color behind it, and it's got more of a, I guess, a wash look if you think about it. Let's see if I can give you like a before and after. Sable. So you got this or this, and I don't think one is necessarily better than the other. It's just a different way to do it. It's something that I like. I think it makes it look a little better, but it does like show like, oh, I need to come back here and kind of go over a couple of things like that too. So, but that's okay. I'm all right with that actually. Wait, I don't know why it's doing that. But yeah, there we go. I think I've seen a couple other people doing that. I don't know for sure. I think maybe Chris and Jessica on Shotgun Shuffle have been doing that too. God, I think Hi-Fi Coloring, who does Starfire for DC Comics, they do like everything for DC, but I think I've seen it on Starfire as well. So, but yeah, it's just a different way to do that. Something I like, anyways. Thomas, oh my God, the washed out line thing was magic. Well, I'm glad you like. Like I said, it's pretty simple as you saw. It's just a layer mask knocked down to 50%. I mean, it doesn't get any easier really than that. So obviously, just feel free to mess with it. Maybe 40%, maybe 80%, whatever works for you. Thomas, I legit learned a lot of good stuff during this. I've literally never used Quick Mask before. Oh, yeah, there you go. Lord knows I've learned so much too from watching other people do it, especially like or Innes, who does Dreamer. If you don't read it, you should, because it's awesome. And she's also doing a new IDW book called Winona Earp, which is also going to be a sci-fi series coming out very shortly too. So, but I like her stuff quite a bit. Mark Brooks is cool, and then a lot of my friends are just very inspirational and helpful. Tom Zoller comes to mind. So yeah, just, and of course, if you have a favorite artist, odds are they're pretty nice people too, and usually more willing to help, especially if you keep your requests or your questions simple. Like, I don't ever give someone a comic and say, what do you think? Usually I say, here's my portfolio. Can you think of like one or two small things I could work on to be better? And then they'll sometimes let me know, or sometimes they'll like, forget about it. Don't have time for this kind of thing. And what I've been doing too, yeah, there's going to be one more thing here. So I made a bunch of backgrounds using Photoshop paths, and I'm going to see if I have something handy here that I can show you guys real quick. Here we go. I didn't know for sure if I'd get this far, so there we go. This might work. No, that's not going to work. Oh, I know what I want. Okay, here we go. This will be cool. All right. So I think you guys can see that. So I have paths here, and that way. I don't know if you can see the actual paths here, but so she's in the corner. This is behind her, and put this on a new layer. I probably should have did this before, but So here is the background, and because it's, I don't think you can see it real good, but because it's paths, you can kind of make it whatever you want. You can make it, you can skew it, you can make it bigger or smaller, you know, very handy. And you might be thinking, well, what about all these lines? Well, when we did the flatting, I can just pick this color. I can select inverse and I can delete it. So, booyah, and easy enough to just grab this. Oh, that's not on it. And, well, hold on a second. Yes, baby, what's up?
When will you be done?
I'm wrapping it up right now. Okay.
So lunch at 12:30?
That would be great. Thank you. That was Tracy, everybody.
Hi, guys.
She says hello. Oops. This here. Like so. You know, so that's basically the gist of it there. See, Thomas, what even are paths and how do you use them? I feel like I only use roughly 6% what Photoshop can do. You know what? I think people who make Photoshop don't even know what they can do with it. Let's see, paths. So it's the P. That's the P. If you hit the letter P, I don't know if you can see what I'm doing here, but it's Bezier curves, and it makes these shapes for you. And they can be straight, and they can be however, and the best thing is they can be saved so you can use them later. I don't think how to put it. Bezier curves, or paths. Shoot. I'm going to say, do a Google search for it just to get like a basic idea, because I'm just horribly fumbling at this right now. But but after that, I think I could be of better use to you as to explain what paths are. Basically, you know what, they're kind of like selections that you save, but you can do that too, and you can save those in different channels. And I've done that before too. And here's the thing with paths, it does take a while to set it up, but once you set it up, you'll always have it. And then, like I said, you can scale it, you can skew it. And I'm happy to say that I mentioned that to a couple of my other comic buddies, and they were like, "What? That's a great idea." And I was like, "Yeah, it is." So that was cool. Let's see. I think I can get away with this. Here we go. When I do this too, I'm enlarging the selection as well. If I turn this off, it's to be able to go into the different colors. So that way they butt up against each other. Oops, going the wrong there. Here we go. And then, the background. I should probably. All right, if you haven't Googled Sylphie the Blue, you need to now, because this is going away. But if you forget and you want to know, just let me know, and I would be more than happy to point you in the right direction. And let's see. Jim, I will tell Tracy, she says, did you say hi? She'll be glad to know that you were on as well as everybody else. All right, I'm going to do one more thing here. I'm going to do my crowd dots. And I know what you're asking, crowd dots? What is that? What I do is I will select. I'm going to select the background. And let's give it a green color. How about? But on this layer, we'll make it this. So I have a special brush called Crowd Dots. I need that green again. I can kind of just do something like this. And it's also a good idea to kind of rotate this brush every once in a while. Especially if you can do it handy, which I can't right now for some stupid reason. But you know, so you just drop that in. And then if you want, you can always mess. This won't work here, so I'm not going to keep it. But you can put like a motion blur on it. You know, if she was moving fast, it would make sense. Like, whoa, look at that. And then you can, you know, control how much that happens. But would not work so well here. It says how to do the crowd dots. And for my last trick, the canvas here, I have a special action. It's really just a texture that I use, but it will give the ring apron some texture. What is that thing? Ring apron. So if you can see how it is now, you know, here it is before, after, before, after. So that's just like a nice little thing to add in. Let's see, Sophie, I like how that crazy green stuff looked in here. Cool. Yeah, so just goofy little stuff that I like to do, make things look nice. So yeah, I want to thank everybody for coming out. Remember, if you would, that the Kickstarter is going to be coming out in it'll be the first Monday of March. And I don't mind saying that if you plan on supporting the Kickstarter, thank you in advance. But also, it helps if you do it early, because if people who aren't familiar with Rival Angels sees that, oh look, it's doing so well, maybe this is some worthwhile, as opposed to, oh, it's only got a couple of %, let's just skip. So if you plan on it, awesome, earlier the better. But you know, obviously, whenever you can is, of course, appreciated. So, and you know, thanks for even considering it. So, lunch is going to be ready soon, so I gotta go. But thank you all very much for coming. It was super fun. This is the most people we've had at one time, so you guys rock. It's a lot of fun. Jim's not the only one asking questions, so I know he appreciates it. And we're definitely going to do this again next month, and I hope you guys can make it out again. And enjoy Fastlane tonight for anyone who's watching that, and then we can compare prediction notes later. So yeah, thanks again for coming, and see you guys next time. Awesome. Oh, he says hi, by the way, Jim.
Oh, hi, Jim.
Oh, we're done.